Major League Baseball's most interesting man. There are several to choose from, but the man of the hour certainly is Clayton Kershaw, announcing his retirement at the end of the 2025 season. He announced it yesterday at Dodger Stadium. Tonight will be Clayton Kershaw's final start at home in the regular season. Hopefully, we see some postseason innings from Kersh. Erik and I got to talk about it at length yesterday when we heard the news. But Trevor, I'm interested in your take. I mean, we knew this was coming. He's almost 40 years old, 18 seasons with the Los Angeles Dodgers, but it's still hard to swallow that Clayton Kershaw is not going to be there next year as a player. What do you think about when you think about Kersh?
He is we throw around like once in a generation style like type players. I'd say he's one of a kind. He's top 5 all time for me. The things the guy has done in the scope of baseball over 150 years is absolutely incredible. 3 Cy Youngs in 4 years, a career 2.5 ERA. I was happy if I got a 2.5 in a week. Like that's incredible. When people think of Clayton Kershaw, they don't necessarily think of like big strikeout pitcher, but in terms of strikeouts per 9, he is above Nolan Ryan, Roger Clemens, Kurt Schilling. Like these are guys we remember punching everybody out, and Clayton Kershaw's better than them at that. One interesting thing that I love looking at, and especially all-time pitcher or players in general, is all of their kind of obscure like splits, like home, away. What inning was the best? One thing that strikes me but doesn't surprise me about Clayton Kershaw: same exact guy home and away. Like that's usually not how it plays out for guys' full career. He's got like a 2.53 at home and a 2.55 on the road for his whole career, which is incredible. And you know what his best inning is? His most dominant inning for his career? The eighth inning. When he throws in the 8th, he was unhittable, untouchable, and he did it 160 times. So just a few of the little nuggets. But if you go on his baseball reference page, you go to the splits thing, you'll be there for an entire day just digging around. And then you add in the fact, consummate professional, does it the right way. Baseball is this guy's North Star. He shows up the field, the first one there, he's the last one to leave, loves being around everybody, hangs out with the guys, talks ball. It's just, when you think of baseball and how it's supposed to be experienced and lived, and what bar or what holding yourself to high standards looks like, it's Clayton Kershaw. So it is sad that we're coming to the end here, and all things do, but I'm glad he stayed with the same team and didn't have to negotiate that with himself, because it sounds like it's something he wanted for his whole career, and then he gets to go out on his own terms. All things that anybody who retires hopes they get to do, and I'm ecstatic for him and how he's been able to have his career and then also end it.
Very few get to go out on top the way Clayton Kershaw is doing. Erik, you heard AJ Ellis talk about the fact that Kershaw was so grateful, and what mattered to him the most was the amount of innings pitched, right? Going deep into the game, eating up innings. You heard Trevor talk about it. He was the best in the 8th inning. But you look at the accolades, if we can throw up that graphic once again, what impressed you the most over the course of the 18-year career? Is it the amount of strikeouts, over 3,000? Is it the Cy Youngs? Is it the MVP? Is it the ERA title? What impresses you the most on a list of really unbelievable accomplishments?
Besides the person that he is, I mean, him and AJ shared not just a field, but their faith, and the fact that he's raised his family in this game. That's always, first and foremost, the most impressive thing for me. But if you're going to pick like one type of like era of Clayton Kershaw, his entire career, guys always doubted him, and it's like, you're going to see some regression from him. He's going to start struggling. He never did that. But the most impressive thing for me, when he was hitting free agency, I think it was 2013 to 15, somewhere there. I think he hit it in 14, was free agency. I saw somebody wrote an article about, and obviously this is 11 years ago, about how his first 6 years in the big leagues were the most dominant first 6 years of anybody in baseball history. Anybody, ever. So we talk about arbitration, we talk about all that stuff. Like, you're always compared to the guys of the past. When you look at that first 6 years of work that he put in, he was the most dominant. that really encapsulates what he was as a pitcher during that time. And that's so impressive to me.
Trevor, where does Clayton Kershaw rank on the Dodgers, in the Dodgers lore? Where is he? There's been a lot of great players go through those doors.
It's a long storied franchise as well. So that's a lot of people, and broadcasters included, that can go up on that Mount Rushmore. But for this generation, for anyone who has watched Dodgers baseball for the last 20 years, Clayton Kershaw is the guy at the head for them, and I think that puts him up on that mountain, top 5. I think that especially if we're taking all the generations, everyone's got theirs, and he is this generation's Sandy Koufax. A lot of similarities also, interestingly enough. So absolutely top 5 for me all time.
Is he the top since they moved to LA in 1958?
That's an interesting question. I think he's got some, maybe some competition with the broadcaster, maybe in being the most recognizable, maybe Vin Scully. But like in terms of guys playing on the field, I think he's the guy that if you're putting up a history of the Dodgers banner somewhere, he might be the guy right in the middle.
Oh, so you meant Vin Scully, not me. Okay, good. Glad for the clarification on that in terms of the in terms of the Mount Rushmore of Dodgers lore. Great career, unbelievable person. Congratulations to Clayton and Ellen Kershaw on what has been an unbelievable ride. Hopefully another ring is in his future, but certainly hopefully some postseason innings. Much more to come on Foul Territory. Look at babyface Kersh. That was after he got drafted the first time he came to Dodger Stadium. So my goodness, who would have thought the amount of innings that young man was going to pitch at that very stadium, and that we would be talking about his retirement 18 years, actually more than 18 years, because that's when he got drafted. So 20 years later.